Good morning everyone. I hope you all are well. As we know that we are revising the previous topic. So in the last topic we have done the food crops and the cash crops, right? So let's talk about the next topic, that is the livestock farming. So basically livestock farming, also known as the livestock rearing. Now what is the meaning of livestock rearing? Livestock refers to the domestic animals which are useful to us, we are rearing that animals that we can use them, right? So basically what we can use them, we just like they are the four types of animals: milch fat animals, oxen animals, beast of burden, and the poultry farming, right? So basically what is the livestock farming? Animals that people keep in their house or on farms are called livestock, right? And they include cows, goats, buffaloes, bullocks, camels, sheep, horses, and donkeys. So these are the examples of the livestock farming. Livestock farming are of four types, that is the milch rearing, oxen farming, poultry farming, and the beast of burden. So we will talk about the first one, that is the milch animals. So milch animals examples are the cows and buffaloes. And animals such as cows and buffaloes gives us milk, and milk is used to make many things, like we are using them for the daily products like the paneer, cheese, ghee, etc., butter also, right? So this kind of animals are called the milch animals. Now second type is the oxen animals. What are the oxen animals? Oxen animals are those animals which are used for the plugging the field and pulling the carts, plugging the field and pulling the carts. So these kind of animals are called oxen animals, right? And next kind of livestock rearing, that is the beast of burden. Who are the beast of burden? Examples of the beast of burden like yaks, horses, camels also. These are the beast of burden, and donkeys is the main example of the beast of burden. They carrying the weights, right? So these are the beast of burden. And next is the poultry farming. Poultry farming, that means those animals which are used to provide the milk and the meat, like the hens, ducks, and fish. These are the examples of poultry farming. There are the another kinds of animals which gives us wool, like the sheep. Sheep gives us wool. Okay, so there are the mainly four kinds of farming: milch farming, oxen farming, then the beast of burden, and the poultry farming. Example of milch animals, cows and buffaloes, those are gives us the dairy product. Okay, second example is the oxen farming. In our oxen farming, those animals those that can pulling the carts and plugging the field. Examples: camels and the bulls, right? And next one is the beast of burden. Beast of burden animals carrying the weight. Okay, so the example of this, that is the horses and the donkeys. And the last one is the poultry farming. Poultry farming animals are those that can gives us meat and milk. Examples like hens, doves, etc. Okay. We have discussed the examples of the milch animals, that is the cows and buffaloes. That is the next one. Birds such as hens and ducks gives us eggs and meat. They are rich in protein. Big poultry farms have been set up to rear hens and ducks. As I told you that hens, ducks, these kind of animals using to provide the meat and eggs, right? So this kind of farming is called poultry farming. Okay. So here is the next one. In the desert, people use camels for the transport. So people using these as a transport. I has told you that animals that is used for pulling the carts and plugging the feet. These animals are called the oxen animals, and those animals who are used to carry heavy logs or the weight. These kinds of animals called beast of burden, right? Government has also taken the various steps to take care of better take care of the livestock. So our government has started many programs to increase the production of milk. So one of the program that is called White Revolution, as also known as the Operation Flood. And this operation has started to increase the production of milk. White Revolution has started to increase the production of milk, and the White Revolution started from the Anand, a town of Gujarat. Okay, and the trade name is Amul. So Amul has started the white revolution to increase the production of milk. Now we had finished the two topics. That first one is the agriculture, and in the agriculture we have done the food crops and the cash crops, right? And next one was the, that is livestock farming. Now the next topic is the industry. Before processing on the industry, firstly there is a one question, that what is industry? You know that in the world there are the so many things, and nature provide us many various natural resources, right? And these resources cannot be used directly, so they have to process in the industry, right? Example, we are using the pasta, and pasta is made by the wheat flour, and wheat is given by the nature, right? So that is the example. And we can take the one more example, that is the cheese or butter. We are using the cheese and butter in our daily life, so from where we can get it? We can get it from the animals, right? So this is the another example of the raw material and the industry. So that the things that are using the unprocessed, they are called the raw material, and when we are converted into the finished goods, they are the product. So basically, what are the industries? The process of converting natural resources into the finished goods by using machines and the human labor. So this is the meaning of industry, where we are using the raw material and converting them into the finished goods. These are called the industries, and from which have by the using of machines and the human labor. For converting the raw material into the finished goods, we need the machinery as well as the labor also. Okay, so we have divided the industries on the basis of the size. So on the basis of the size, industries divides into the three parts. That first one is the cottage industry, second one is the small scale industry, and third one is the large scale industries. Now we get the meaning of industry, but to run an industry we need some the factors that is useful for the industry, or for set up an industry we need these factors. So there are the basically 5 factors that we need to set up an industry. So what are these factors? First one is the finance or the money. This is the main factor to set up an industry. Firstly, we need a capital, that is called finance or the money, and next one is the raw material. After the finance, we need a raw material, right, to converting into the finished goods. And next one is the machinery. To converting the raw material into finished goods, we need a machinery, and to run a machinery we need a labor, right? And power and supply. To run the machinery or for the flow of the work, we need a power of the supply, that is called electricity also. And last one is the transport is also the main contribution in the industry, because we without the transport we cannot distribute our products, we cannot supply our products to the customer. So this is the main factors that we need to set up an industry. We had divided the industries on the basis of size, and these are the 3 types. First one is the large scale industries, small scale industries, and the cottage industries. So basically in the cottage industry, these are the most popular industries nowadays, because every people need to do these industries, because this is the small businesses that people doing in their homes or at their houses. Okay, now second one is the small scale industries. The small scale industries are bigger than the cottage industries and smaller than the large scale industries. And that last one is the large scale industries. So large scale industries are the large setups, that is example is iron and steel industry, cement industries. There are the so many examples of the large scale industries. Let's talk about one by one. First one is the setup cost. What is the setup cost of the large scale industries? We need a large amount of money to set up a large scale industry, and we need a little less money to set up a small scale industry. So how much cost we need to set up a cottage industry? That is the small and set up at home only, or the workshop, right? So I have already told you that what are the cottage industries? Cottage industries are those industries people doing their work at their home only. Okay, so we are taking the one example of the cottage industries in our Mathura and Vrindavan. That हार एंड मुकुट ऑफ दी गॉड, राइट, जो हम भगवान जी के लिए पोशाक या हार या मुकुट बनाते हैं, द पीपल आर डूइंग दिस वर्क एट देयर होम. सो दिस इज द ऑल्सो एग्जाम्पल ऑफ कॉटेज इंडस्ट्रीज. देयर आर द सो मैनी थिंग्स लाइक टॉयज. वी आर अगेन टेकिंग द वन मोर एग्जाम्पल, टॉयज. सो टॉयज आर ऑल्सो द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ cottage industries. In this industry, people doing their work or making their products at their home. Okay, so we need a very little less amount to set up these kind of industries. This is are called cottage industry. So now we know what amount we need to set up an industry. So in the cottage industry we need a very small amount, this is the very less amount, and in the small scale industry we need a little less amount, right? We need a money but in a little amount, and in the large scale industry we need a large amount of money. And next one is the equipments is used, which kind of machines we need to run an industry. So in the cottage industry, simple tools and no machines. Sometimes we need no machines and sometimes we need the simple tools. Okay, now in the small scale industry we need the machines, but that the size of the machines is very small. And next one is the large scale industries. As we know that in a large scale industries the amount is also very large, and also the machinery we need large. Okay, so we need a large machines in the large scale industries. So now we know that which kind of amount in how much amount we need and which kind of machines we are using in which kind of industry. Now next one is the labor size. How many people we need to in our industry. In the cottage industry mostly run by the members of the family, and we need the few workers. Okay, so I have already told you that in a cottage industry they are doing their work or they are making their products at their home. So in this kind of industry mainly the family members are the labor. Okay, so they need sometimes they need no worker, or sometimes they need a few workers. Okay, and in a small industry we need a few numbers or few number of workers, and in the large scale industries we need a thousand members or the thousands of people we need to run a large scale industry. And example, we can take the refinery. In a Mathura there is a refinery, and this is a very large setup, and this is also the example of large scale industry. And in the refinery everybody know there are the thousands of workers are they work in the refinery. So this is the example of large scale industry. Now we are taking another examples of the industry. In the first one, that is the cottage industry. The example of the cottage industries are the weaving clothes. People are making the shawls, saris, and the many kinds of clothes at their home. And the handicrafts work like the toys, baskets, scales, etc. And in the small scale industries, the example is the furniture, handloom clothes, electrical and plastic goods, utensils. These are the examples of small scale industries. And what are the examples of large scale industries? That is the iron and steel industries, shipbuilding, automobiles, and cement industries, and IT industry. These are the examples of the large scale industries. So we have already taken the various examples of the large scale industries, but except these examples we need to know that where are these industries are set up in our India. So there are some major industries of our India. First example is the iron and the steel industries, and iron and the steel industries are set up in the various parts of our India.